It's PS Plus time again. The extra set of games each month added for extra and premium members to enjoy. 11 games this time around, which will be yours from Tuesday, August 16th. We got a lot to get through, so let's crack on. You've likely heard the news that PS Plus will soon be the home of 8 Yakuza games before the end of the year. This time around we have Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and Kiwami 2. Kiwami is in fact a remake of the 2005 PS2 game, so if you've ever wanted to play the series from the beginning, you can with modern day polish. We play out the early days of Kazuma Kiryu as he returns home after a stint in prison. This action RPG has us returning to the Yakuza underworld after being blamed for a crime you didn't commit, and now it's time to find answers. Kiwami 2 then continues that journey, and Yakuza 0 offers a new perspective on all this as it's a prequel set in the 1980s. From terrible karaoke singing to collecting debts around the city, the Yakuza games, these action RPGs, are crammed full of content. So much so that it'll take around 100 hours to get a platinum in any of these games. A day to try. Next we have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, an open world sandbox of military possibilities. A third-person tactical shooter from back in 2017. We arrive at this tropical country and we are told to take out all the bad guys controlling this place. And then off we go. The game doesn't hold your hand, do it however you choose to, alone or with a team of 3 friends. Without a doubt, the best part of Wildlands is playing with your mates, timing snipes from unreal distances, watching each other's back in stealth missions, and keeping each other alive in frantic shootouts. Playing with AI just doesn't have the same feel. Each province in the Wildlands has a crime lord to find and then take out, which in turn gives us more information about the boss of those bosses. The game has been updated many times over the years, so watch out if you're ever walking through the jungle, because the Predator lives there. This is no joke, it's true. At its core, Wildlands is yet another RPG with skill points to gain and unlock different tech, which admittedly does change your play style, so it is worth the grind. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is a blast with the right people around you. Playing alone, it does get a little boring, I have to admit. Game 5 is Dead by Daylight, an asymmetric multiplayer survival game that continues to receive constant updates. Playing as 4 survivors, we must work together to escape, completing tasks along the way. The thing is, there's a maniacal killer on your trail, and their job is to prevent anyone from escaping at all. Dead by Daylight was released 6 years ago and continues to be the best game in its genre thanks to its constant updates. Right now you can find survivors and killers from different horror franchises. Michael Myers is here, Nancy and Steve from Stranger Things are here, Pyramid Head from Silent Hill is here. The game is packed with horror legends from different mediums, each with a different level to master, both as a hunter and the prey. Definitely try Dead by Daylight if you haven't already. Unless this kind of game scares you, of course. Game 6 is Bugsnax. Don't worry, this isn't deja vu, it was on PS Plus in the past. We take control of a journalist who is summoned to Snacktooth Island, which so happens to be the home of bugs that are made out of food. Our job is to find where everyone vanished to, and also to catch all those creatures, like edible Pokemon. With over 100 to find, it should take a while as each critter requires a different technique to capture. Bugsnax was a surprise hit in 2020, and since then the review score has evened out at about 7 out of 10. Game 7 is the greatest game ever made. Uno, a card game about matching colours and numbers. It's super simple to learn, but really difficult to win. If you're chatting with a group of friends online, this game is perfect for that, without all the hassle of playing with a real deck of cards. The only issue is playing against AI. That's not fun, because the AI never loses. Game 8, Metro Exodus. The third Metro game based on the novels of Dmitry Glukhovsky. An apocalypse has devastated the world. The thing is, it's all our fault. Humanity did this, thanks to nukes. The game takes place over a year as the survivors continue their journey across Russia with a harsh winter rolling in. The shooting mechanics have been refined yet again, and the small dark corridors of the metro are only one aspect this time around, as more open areas are here freely to explore, making the player decide which direction is the safest and which will lead to a fight with irradiated beings. Metro Exodus reviews at 7 out of 10. Game 9 is something from the 16-bit era. Trials of Mana has gone from the 2D world into modern 3D standards. This remake remains an action role-playing game, but the Super Nintendo limits are no longer an issue. If you've ever played a JRPG like early Final Fantasy games, this is more of that kind of goodness. And you've already decided before I even finish this sentence if you're gonna try it or not. And finally, games 10 and 11 are Monopoly Madness and Monopoly Plus. Madness takes the base game and revolutionizes it into a frantic real estate free-for-all. This is all fine until power-ups are thrown into the mix. Drive a bulldozer into someone's hotel, cause a flood to people living near water, and block roads to prevent other players from buying in your neighborhood. Monopoly Madness is nothing like the board game. It's crazy and it's actually a pretty good time with friends. Monopoly Plus, on the other hand, is as close to the base game as it could be. The difference is things move. Each character interacts with the environment around them, giving Monopoly a new lease of life. So that's August 2022 for PS Plus on Extra and Premium. What are your thoughts on this? I'm Adam, you're awesome. See ya!